Hoo-wee! We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Some of it's controversial, some of it's good, some of it I'm a little bit indifferent, some of it a little bit frustrated, but we're going to talk about the HK leadership rework, which is not so good. Talk about the Bastila rework. We got to look at the trailer for Darth Revan. And then they mentioned that it might not be coming out next week. There might be some delays. We got to talk about the Knights of the Old Republic TV show. Oh my goodness. We got to talk about these terrible packs. Oh my God. We got to talk about some of these quality of life updates. There is a ton of stuff. All right, let's start off with the good news. The good news is this. Oh my God, we're going to watch this together, but this is the Darth Revan trailer. I got to tell you, they know how to make a good trailer. This is great stuff right here.
Statement. This should be fun.
Okay. What's really interesting about that trailer right there.
Observation. Now that is the master I remember.
Is that I've been streaming the game and I've been going dark side, and I just killed off Juhani in the live stream, and actually I saved the point, so I might go back. I guess I'm hearing that it's more fun to not kill her off and then to like befriend her and do some storyline and then kill her off later. So I might do that. Now, this is going to get people pretty excited. Latest rumor is that Disney is talking about a KOTOR series for Disney Plus. That's going to be the streaming service to compete with Netflix. And for sure, they're going to come out with The Mandalorian, but there have been a number of rumors regarding other shows, films that fans can expect, and those sound awesome too. And the latest rumor is the most excited about. Of course, like all of them, we should take it with a huge grain of salt, but they're talking about making a TV show about Knights of the Old Republic. I'm down with that because... Oh, I know this is going to be controversial, and I'm going to get so much hate in the comment section, is I like the story of the game, and just like how some people like real-time strategy, some people like hero collectors, some people like base builders, some people like first-person shooters. I'm playing the game, and I just don't like the style of the play. I like the dialogue, I like the story, but the style of play... So far, I'm having a hard time getting into it, and of course, I'm going to stream it some more. I want to get the story, but we have to talk about the reworks for HK-47, and we have to talk about the rework for Fallen, and we have to talk about how to prepare for the event and when is the event coming, and this is the main thing right here. Previous version of the video went live earlier today, contained the date of March 21st, and I think that was the date that everyone's expecting. But they're saying that they're not quite ready. They're not really sure, and they don't know if the event is going to be ready for the 21st. And that is good for people like me who are still farming. And I just want to say there's a couple different ways of doing this, and the packs are controversial. And I can say the most efficient way and cheapest way to get these characters is just by farming the shards every day and doing that up to a certain number of refreshes and then stopping. And that is going to be the most efficient way. And some other people have done the math, and they say even if you have a 7-star HK-47, these packs right here are actually a very good deal. Now, I don't want to do these packs. I think they're rigged. I just do. And then lastly, we've got the packs right here where it pairs the females and the males. And a lot of people are really upset with that because a lot of people have Bastila already at 7 stars. And of course, Canderous is very easy to get because he's Cantina. And so they've paired up like the easiest two with the hardest two individually, so it's not a high value, although you do get about $10 worth of crystals and you get some omegas, and those omegas have a lot of value. Actually, I'm in need of omegas, so I don't know. But now that they're saying that we have 1 to 2 weeks, I can stall this right here, and I can kind of take my time Maybe you get 5-6 shards a day. And if I have 2 weeks and then plus another week when the event goes, I could do this for like very little money. So just keep that in mind. But I don't really like the way they structured the packs at all. It just seems kind of bad that they paired those two together and those two together. And then this right here has the HK-47. And of course, with my luck, if I start opening up those, all I would get is HK-47. So that's not good. Now, I want to complain a lot about this, but I can't really. I got to show you this direct message between Astrael, who's a moderator on the MobileGamer Discord channel. And we're talking about which is going to be better in the event using Karth or HK, and probably going to use Karth in the event if there's a chance to use him as a leadership over HK. And then I made this comment to him on Wednesday. HK lead has always been slightly broken. I hope they don't change it. I hate to say that. I think I said it in a couple other videos. It's like, oh, please don't change the HK-47 lead. It's always been over the top amazing, kind of like Zeta Finn. And yeah, this is a big blow to the old school HK teams. And but I did say in that message, a couple days ago, because today's Friday and I wrote that on Wednesday, that it was slightly broken. Turn meter and speed in a turn-based game like Galaxy of Heroes is the most powerful effect in the game in a lot of ways. And when they built the new droids for the Separatist droids, like with Droideka and B1, they had to make them so they don't crit. And that was because of HK's lead, giving a turn meter, 50% turn meter each crit. So that means if you have AoE, you're going to be able to get 100% turn meter. In fact, I made a video up here about HK lead with Grievous. I actually liked HK lead better than the Grievous lead. In a lot of ways, the HK leadership ability, in my opinion, the way it is now today, is better than the Grievous lead. So we kind of read this together. It says, in the case of HK, he received rework in order to synergize with Darth Revan, but his current leader ability is very powerful. Yes, it is. And left as it is could create some game-breaking teams with a little synergy. Basically, all the new droids they come out with because of HK's leadership pretty much can't have crit or AoE, one of the two. It's just like HK is always going to be the best lead. This is primarily due to how early in the game's life cycle his kit was developed and didn't account for the fun and weird mechanics that would go on to add this game. In fact, there's probably a lot of ways of getting loops. Currently, leadership ability limits the space we have to design new characters. So the saying is that they can't really build new characters the way the HK kit is. And when they do, they have to do things like they did with B1 and Droideka, make them so that they don't have any crits. Leave him as is and build characters that would interact with the HK-47, which is what I just said, which would leave an awesome fan favorite in language for Attorney rework his current leader ability along with the rest of the kit. And they're leaning towards 2. So part of me really hates this, but part of me knows deep down inside that HK leader's kit was kind of broken the way it was. It just was. So they're going to rework the HK leadership, and then they say they're going to offer some sort of refund. When it comes to reworks, generally try to improve older characters and provide usefulness, but it's not simple improving a few stats. You have to rethink how the character fits into the game, and that has changed significantly. In most cases, we believe have done a successful job in making these improvements, and they mentioned Palpatine and Vader. Yeah, those were a lot better after they reworked. We weren't able to improve or have changed core identity of a character with a rework. Our intention is to offer some sort of make good. This may come in the form of a Zeta refund or ability refund and something entirely different. Well, I could use those Omegas, I guess. I'm just Omega poor right now. I could use a bunch of Omegas. Try to communicate these intentions at the time of rework's announcement so you can plan accordingly. And then they mention Darkseid, Bastila, Sean, Fallen. Basically just adding synergy with Darth Revan. So this is not really a rework. It's just that when they released her, they couldn't mention Darth Revan in her kit. And they probably had intentions at the time. So this is not really a rework. It's just that they're adding the synergy with Darth Revan to the kit because now they can mention Darth Revan by name or whatever it is. But still have a unique, and we're adding the fear debuff as one of her special abilities. Minor changes were made to align her with Darth Revan release. So they actually constitute a rework in the traditional sense. Yeah, they just, they couldn't mention Darth Revan by name when they released her, so that's fine. And then, Yeah, they didn't release Zeta Finn. Basically, the rework that they had proposed, which I kind of didn't really like, but they're saying that it is yes, it'll eliminate the infinite loop in Phase 3, but it will lead to a different loop in Phase 1. So they're going to come back to the Finn, and that's fine. And it has to do with gaining turn meter. Gaining turn meter and a leadership ability is just really good, is what they're trying to say. It creates potential loops. It forces their hand with future characters. And I got to say that generally Top Hep is over the top really good at these type of things, and we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt and see what happens. We got a couple other things we're just going to talk about briefly. We can sim the Rancor raid, and I'm a little bit indifferent about this because it only took 10 minutes to do this raid anyways, but I often missed it, so I will be getting better rewards. The heroic AAT raid, however, is a lot more challenging. It takes a lot more time. That's like a 40-minute thing. I prefer to be able to sim that. And then this is also a good improvement right here. Territory battles no longer going to have new characters in the platoons, which is super underhanded in my opinion when they were doing that. And they said that they're going to stop doing that. And then lastly, I really like this for mirror matches with Darth Revan, the way that they changed all of the abilities right there, so they're a lot easier to read. Very good. So are you ready for Darth Revan? I am. And I got to say, I'm happy. I hope that it is delayed a week or two because I'm not entirely ready. And I could do this for virtually very little. And the other thing I want to say is that the event is supposed to be hard. And so I'm planning on taking Bastila, Shan, Fallen, Darkside, Bastila all the way up to Gear 12. I have no problem doing that. The other 4, I'm kind of having a wait and see at this moment in time, but I'm expecting it to be hard. Hopefully it's not Chewy hard, but a lot of people are thinking it'll be like C-3PO event hard. So there you go. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. And now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today. Because if you did, you were in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting an 8-star Cast of Cats Friends of Juhani. This is not a scam. Freaked me out when I was a little kid. And then when I saw Juhani, I immediately thought of the Cats movie, musical, or whatever. I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.